Hey everybody, it's Gina back in the kitchen. Tonight we're making pork chops. These are New York pork chops. According to the package, they just look like regular thin sliced pork chops to me. We are also making fried apples, which I did a video just on those maybe a couple months ago. So it should be in my playlist, the one on fried apples. We are going to be making some biscuits. These are canned biscuits, y'all. I did not make them from scratch today. We're gonna make some gravy to go with all this and stuff. Yeah, just a quick, easy weeknight dinner today. Because honestly, this is how I really feel like cooking tonight, y'all. Alright, y'all. I had to go get me a chair. My leg is still bugging me. I'm starting to feel my age, y'all. Anyway, like I said, thin sliced pork chops here. I like mine crispy. That's how I like my pork chops. I like mine really nice and crispy on the outside. So that's how we're cooking them today. Yeah, this is just a weeknight dinner, y'all. Just something that is fairly common, you know. I'm not doing anything exceptionally big tonight and stuff. So, but I am recording this, so I've got a video to put up for Friday. This is Monday. I've got stuff I've got to... It's been busy, y'all. I have been so busy the past couple months. It's been unreal. It has just been... I feel like all I've done is just go for the past few months, and I'm tired. And I need meals that I don't have to think too hard about. So that's why I'm doing this, because this is a meal that I can do very quickly, very easily, and I don't have to think too hard about it. So anyway. And I do frequently turn my pork chops. I do like mine crispy, but I don't want them to like totally burn. Y'all ever have those people in your life? You know the one I'm talking about, like the one that, just that one person, you know, one person that you're like, yep, I'm nice to you. I'm just doing what I can, and that is my oven telling me it is preheated. So I'm going to step back here real quick and biscuits and set my timer. I love this thing. Okay, says 13 to 17 minutes. Put it on 13 because, you know, I don't want to burn my biscuits. Nobody likes burned biscuits. So anyway, y'all know that one person that you got in your lives. Or maybe it's more than that one person. Maybe you got multiple people like this in your life. But that one, the one that, if you say you stub your little baby toe, they stub their big toe. If you've got a cold, they've got the flu. And it's the age-old question. What's worse than a Debbie Downer? A one-upper. You know, that kind of thing. You know, whatever anybody else has, they have to have one only worse, or only bigger, or better, or whatever. And it's like, you know, just be happy for somebody else that they got something. So if somebody goes out and they buy a new to them car, aka a good used one, Be happy for them. Say, I'm glad you got a new to you car. I'm glad that you got one that was an upgrade for you. You know, that kind of thing. Be happy for somebody else. Don't try to one-up people all the time. You know, if they say, well, I think that my gift might be, you know, my gift is I can work with kids. We're going to take that because that's a fairly general kid kind of thing. Well, don't say, well, I can work with kids and teenagers. Just be glad for them. I'm glad that you're able to work with kids. I really like that you're able to do that, you know? Be happy for somebody else. Yeah, that kind of thing. You don't always have to one-up everybody all the time. Be happy for somebody other than yourself every now and again, y'all. Be happy for yourself if you get to do something really cool. And pray everybody else is happy for you at the same time, you know. That's just how I roll. I'm happy for when people get something, you know. I really am. Sometimes I'm really happy for them, and I'm happy that I don't have to make payments on that new used car, or I'm happy that I don't have to make the payments on the new stove that they had to get. Mine died, y'all. For those of y'all that have been watching for the past little bit, y'all know mine just flat died. Mine, I don't know that my stove died and went to heaven. I think it died and went to hell. It just pitched a mule fit and then it was done. So, yeah. So I ended up having to get a new one. And I don't wish payments on nobody. And, yeah. I mean, we all have to get new appliances, and most of us have to, at some point, pay for those new appliances. You know, we're not always fortunate enough to, you know, have someone else to help pay for those and stuff. And granted, my mom did help some with this, but we still had to pay some of it as well. So, my mom is fabulous, y'all. My mom didn't want me to not have a way to cook food, so she's like, I can help y'all a little bit. So, and she did. And I'm grateful for Mom, y'all. Moms are absolutely fabulous people. The majority of them. Not all of them, but the majority. I've known some really good mamas out there in my day, and I've known some pretty bad mamas in my day. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I've known some that are pretty crappy people. But God has to deal with them on that one. That's between them and the good Lord and stuff, y'all. I can't. Far be it from me to. And their kids, you know, if you're a crappy parent, karma comes back around, y'all. Just gonna say, what goes around comes around. If you're bad to your kids and stuff when they're young, they ain't gonna take care of you when you're old. They'll put you in a home. That's just life. Oh, trying to keep everything stirred and all that, y'all. Like I said, I'm just doing this so I've got something to put up on Friday. I'm trying to get a little bit ahead. It's been crazy around my house lately between needing to be, you know, out of my normal environment for a few weeks, and also coming back and having appointments and stuff. My life is crazy, y'all. Anyway, my life is always fairly crazy because, you know, Gina's fairly crazy to start with. So, what more can I ask for out of my life? Anyway, when this stuff gets fairly well done and I get ready to start the gravy, I will be back with you in just a second. Alright, y'all, I'm back, and I've got in the pan that I had the pork chops in. I'm making my gravy. I put 1 tablespoon of bacon grease or fat of your choice. You could use oil, Crisco, shortening. You could use, I'm sure, butter or something along that line. And 1 tablespoon of flour. I do a 1-to-1 ratio. In fact, I could have used probably a little bit more flour. Now, you want to get your flour mixture a little bit darker than you want your gravy. Okay, that's how you do it, a little bit darker than you want your gravy in product. The reason that I'm doing it in the same skillet as the pork chops is so that I've got the flavor of the pork chops actually into the gravy. Now, mine is getting nice and fairly well brown now. Next thing you're going to need is, you also need salt and pepper, but you also got to have some sort of milk. You can use evaporated milk. That's how my family made it growing up. And you got to keep stirring, stirring, stirring as you add in your milk, or you're going to have a clumpy gravy. Always stir a little and add a little. That way, I add a little bit at first and get all my clumps out good before I add in the rest of the milk. Because I don't want my gravy lumpy. Now, some people will add it all at once, but I am just stirring everything through. And you want to cook your flour at least 1 minute, and after you start adding in your milk, do not add in more flour. You'll have horrible tasting gravy that way, y'all. That's how you have awful gravy, is adding flour in after you add your milk in. So, I'm going to add just a little bit more milk in there, not too much. That was around about a cup. I've cooked for a long time, y'all, so I kind of know eyeball measurements fairly well. And the longer you cook it, if you add too much milk instead of adding more flour in, y'all, just cook it a little longer. It'll get thick. The flour that's already in here will thicken this up. Just may have to cook an extra minute or 2. Now I'm going to put this back on to medium heat, y'all. That way that'll heat this up and watch gravy without a little bit of salt and pepper to it. So, and this is the kind of gravy, you know, my mom and my grandma and even my daddy could make this kind of gravy, y'all. My daddy could make this. In fact, my daddy was the one that usually did make the gravy at our house growing up. That's just how it was. Daddy is the one that'd get up on Sunday mornings before church and stuff, and he'd get up and he would make gravy and biscuits. Or gravy and toast. Whatever we had that week, that's what we had. And I've got to stir these apples again. Now, they got a little caramelized, which is fine. I don't care. They'll still taste fine. I add cinnamon, I add brown sugar. But anyway, y'all, while this is heating, and like I said, just wait till it gets as thick as you want it. It does thicken, though, the longer it sits without heat, so it may look a little thin to start with. Don't wait till it gets as thick as you want it, because then it'll be like slicing a brick if you want more. Anyway, I'm going to let y'all go. I will see you in the next one. If you haven't already, click like, leave me a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, y'all.